Hello everybody, hope you're doing very well and welcome back to another cryptocurrency technical analysis after another extremely enjoyable day of trading today. Honestly, I've loved it so much, and in today's video I'm going to cover for you all Bitcoin, and then I'll also cover some of the altcoins that I've been trading because I've been doing so much today, but I'm going to cover Ontology definitely, as I said in my tweet, and I'll also cover VeChain and Icon. Yeah, I'll do those three altcoins for you all, and then, you know, today has been full on jam-packed. I started off trading cryptocurrency, then I moved on to US oil, started shorting US oil, and then recently, as the stock market S&P 500 index just hit 2,812, I'm in a short on that as well. So I've been playing all markets today. It's been full on non-stop. I've absolutely enjoyed it so much. But yeah, I'm going to keep up this positivity, keep it going, and starting with cryptocurrency here. The absolute joy of cryptocurrency, this volatility is what I absolutely love. It is just perfect to trade. And yeah, I'm going to be covering today my setups that I've been going through on Bitcoin. So, as you all know, this morning I tweeted out, and this is played out exactly as I thought it would 8 hours ago. So it's just been crazy. Really profitable day, but I don't want to brag too much, but it's been so good. So what we're going to be covering here. So obviously the weekly candle close that we had yesterday, that was a really bearish rejection. Okay, a very bearish rejection with a really big upper wick on that weekly candle close. Okay, but now we have the daily here. This was a daily that I showed you all here. This is a bearish engulfing candle. Okay, where it took back all of the move during the last 6 days of sideways consolidation and this upwards movement here, so 5 days, and then we had the bearish engulfing, which engulfed all of the movement up and consolidation. Okay, then we came back down to around the 55.26 exponential moving average. Okay, also moving along with this resistance, old resistance trend line that was trying to hold as support. Okay, so that was what we had yesterday on the daily time frame. Okay, then today, what did I say? So enough support here to warrant a relief rally. Okay, and what have we seen today? We've seen a relief rally, which will give alts a breather too. Okay, so when you see a relief rally on Bitcoin, the altcoins are also going to get the relief rally. Okay, so that's why I was really scalping alts so heavily today. Okay, to make up for it, so you know, to enter some nice buy long positions on altcoins. But ultimately, I am expecting another leg down, and that's what I'm going to cover for you now. Where could this potential leg down be coming? Okay. So we're first looking at, obviously we'd saw this strong A wave down, okay, after we'd saw, you know, our ABC up over the last few weeks, okay, coming up in an ABC, because I still believe that we're in an ABCDE triangle, which is a 3-3-3-3-3 Elliott wave pattern, okay, and I believe that we have saw the three waves up over the past 2 weeks, okay, and now what have we saw today? We saw a lovely rejection last night down to around this sort of trend line resistance, the old trend line that we're obviously looking at as resistance, trying to hold it as some sort of support here, where we obviously broke down, hovered very much around this sort of middle of the parallel channel, which is also the middle of, obviously, on this trend line. Okay, so with that holding as support, what are we envisaging happening here? As I mentioned here, I believe that we're getting gonna get a relief rally. Okay, so what I mean by the relief rally, a relief rally is essentially a bear flag, which also can be seen as the B wave. Okay, so an A, B, C coming back down. Okay, what can you also see forming here? Absolutely lovely. You can also see this bear flag forming, where we have the flag pole and then a potential flag coming up like this, just to fall straight back down. Okay. That's what I'm envisaging happening here. But just because I expect another leg back down, you guys have to understand that I am still taking longs on this relief rally. Okay, I will play longs and scalp all day long on a relief rally. It's very enjoyable. Because you can be longing and shorting all day long. I love scalping. It's so fun. But yeah, that's what I really do believe happening here. And just to clear up some confusion of what I posted regarding the fib extension that I had for this wave C, because a lot of people were confused by this. I believe that this old support here is going to flip into resistance. Okay, you know, classical technical analysis, you have old support that held will now flip into resistance. So that's why I placed the B here, because I had a lot of people wondering why I placed B here, and it's for that reason. The old support I'm predicting to flip into resistance. Obviously there's no guarantee it won't, and we can just move up here, and if it does, I have an invalidation level where I will close out of the short. Okay, but I'm still laddering into a short here to play this down for the A, B, C. Okay, I do believe there's still another leg down. Okay, what else can we see here? So on our extension, if this B is correctly identified, then we have the A and the B, and what we'll be looking for is generally around a 1-to-1 extension. So around 3,400 is a nice target for me. Okay, 3,400 from the 1-to-1 extension, but we obviously do have this area of support at around 3,500. Okay, so I'll start laddering out around those areas because we do have a strong support, old support here, resistance flipping out around the 786. Okay, Fibonacci extension. So that is for me a nice, really nice target. Okay. So that's what I'm aiming for on this ABC. I also am aware that around the 618 we do have support here, but yeah, I'll play that as it comes. My overall targets are still the 786 and the 1-to-1 extension. If we start bouncing though off of the 618, obviously then I'm always quick to adjust in the time, just because I have targets. I'm always managing my trades, you know, in the actual real time. But that's what I predict that's going to be happening right now. Okay, using just Elliott wave and Fibonacci extensions, seeing here old support, thinking that this will flip into resistance. Okay, if we are to, obviously this is looking very much like a bear flag. Yeah, really, really big bear flag, if I'm honest, where you get the flagpole down, the bear flag, and then continuation to the downside. This for me is looking very much like a bear flag at the moment. And if we do start to fall down before we even reach the resistance, then I will enter my short. Obviously, with a worse risk to reward ratio. The reason why I want it to come up here is because it gives me a much better risk to reward ratio. But you know, if we were to fall down, then I still have one of my laddered short positions filled, so that's enough for me. But we'll see how it goes. That's how I am trading Bitcoin right now in the actual moment. Okay. I am actually in trade still as we're speaking, but yeah, no, that's what I believe is going to be happening here. So yeah, that's was my viewpoint with Bitcoin, okay? And as you all know, this was a funny comment that I had yesterday. This guy is definitely the new challenger for best scalper on crypto Twitter, an absolute day trading machine, and he's got a green screen. And this is really linking back to the, actually I'll cover this at the end of the video. I'll cover this at the end of the giveaway that I'm doing. But yeah, that was a nice comment. But anyway, I'll cover that at the end. I must not forget that. Then what was I going to go over here? Okay, ontology. Yeah, that's about everything. Okay, so yeah, basically, as you all know, I really did think that we would get the relief rally. We have seen a relief rally, and this will give the alts a breather too. Okay, so that's why I traded the altcoins, because I was expecting them to get a breather. As you all know, you can just see from the right hand side, I expected the breather, and the breather they got. You know, this is why really sometimes it would be nice if I was a signal caller, because I would have made some very rich people very rich today from some of the calls that I could have gave. But anyway, looking here at ontology, let's go through ontology first, because this has been a crazy trade. I mean, over the last few weeks, this coin has gone up literally in 17 days 136%. Okay, this has been, you know, a crazy trades for me over the last few weeks. Just really love trading ontology. You all know I'm a big ontology fan, so when ontology gets that sort of volatility, then I absolutely love it. But yeah, I'm going to talk you through, slow down a little bit, Daniel. And I'm just so excited and so happy. I'm going to try and slow it down and explain what's going on here. Okay, so I do believe that we have seen the wave 1, 2, really extended third wave. Okay, really extended third wave where we reached the 2618. Let me just remove that and I'll draw it out for you. But I do believe that this was wave 3 and we're coming down now for an ABC to come back up for a 5th. Okay, so let's first talk about the target that we had here for wave 3. This was taken from the bottom of wave 1 to the top of wave 1 to the bottom of wave 2. And what do we have here? We have the wave 3 coming up to a 2618 extension. I actually sold at the 1618 extension. And guess what? The coin actually obviously carried on to the 2618. But you know what? This is the sort of people that FOMO into moves when a coin was already up 80%, and then they're FOMOing in at the very top of moves. And you know, all the people that when they see the coin up so much, and yesterday when it was up at these levels, it was literally on about 20% on the day, and people that are FOMOing in at the top of that move got absolutely wrecked. Okay, this is why you never FOMO and you have a plan. You know, I never ever get wrecked like that. That's just crazy to be buying at the top of a 20% move. But all the people that bought at the top here, you all know that they bought at the top and then they capitulated on the way down here. You just know that this was signaling capitulation here. They all capitulated. And that just goes to show you have to have a plan. And if you're a newer trader, do not FOMO in, because you're going to be giving your money is going to come into my pockets, and you don't want to do that if you're a newer trader. Be smart. But basically what happened here, let me just remove that. I just wanted to show you where wave 3 ended and just how perfectly it ended at the 2618, like literally by a wick onto the 2618. Perfect. No, just this is why you love Fibonacci and Elliott waves. Just perfect extension on the 2618. Okay, so once we'd seen the 2618 being hit, you take your out the Fibonacci from the bottom of wave 2 to the top of wave 3, and this is where you're expecting the retracement down to form your ABC in wave 4. Okay, and this is what makes me laugh, that the people that FOMO'd at the top here would have capitulated here, selling when they saw obviously the move down. What will we move down from the top? It was about 30%. Yeah, literally 29% drop. So most people that would have been buying at the top here capitulate, and they're selling all the way down here. And guess what? This is where I'm buying. So then they buy, and it goes down. They sell, and then they sell when the coin goes back up. Okay, just really, really funny. Well, I guess not funny. I don't want to be mean, but people have to learn sometimes the hard way. It's just the nature of trading. And hopefully, if you were maybe you're watching this and this happened to you, I don't want to be mean, but you know, it's just really common to see this happen. The moves come down. Where do we bounce? We bounced exactly at the 1618 Fibonacci level. Okay, this is firstly the 2618 being hit, coming down for the most perfect retracement in the world of a 0.618 Fibonacci retracement for wave 4. Okay. And this is where people are selling, capitulating, and then it bounces. Why did it bounce? Because we hit the 618 Fibonacci retracement, just perfect retracement right there. And you know, it got like a 25% bounce. 25% bounce from the 618 in literally in this 1 4-hour candle, a 25% bounce, just absolutely amazing. Yeah. So it obviously had the first bounce, okay, and this is where things got very interesting. Okay, this was me going to sleep. I went to sleep at the top of this, okay, or more or less at the top. As we were coming down, I was heading to sleep, and I'm not short in ontology. Okay, I'm not short in ontology because I'm trading it on Binance. So I was closed out and just waiting for a rebuy. Where do you think I buy? If you just see that the buy here was the one is the 618, just think, where are you going to be rebuying here? Have a guess. Just above the 618. Okay, and this is the front run. But you know, here again, so I went to sleep, and I wasn't in. Obviously, I closed out because I didn't want to. You know, why was I closing out here? Because let's just take first the retracement from here. Obviously, we're coming up to the 1618, and I'm not a shorter of ontology on Binance because, well, it's impossible to short ontology on Binance, I guess. Otherwise, maybe I would if they had the option, but you know, it's impossible. But firstly, coming up to that 1618, okay, and obviously I wanted to buy back in. Where's the buy back in? And this was what I took this morning, okay, this was my trade of the day. That you're taking out this Fibonacci retracement again from the bottom of A to the top of A. And you're seeing this come back perfectly to the golden pocket. Okay, so we came down very perfectly, lining this up very nicely, coming back perfectly to the golden pocket. Okay, the 618 to 6.5. Buy. And what are we seeing here? Now the potential of an ABC. Okay, another ABC within. Okay, so this is wave A. Then we come up for an ABC within B, and we will still come back down for the C to finish the wave 4. Okay, or I believe we will. And this is just an ABC within wave B. Okay, so that's important to realize. But yeah, the trade was waiting for it to come down to the 6.8 retracement and then buying and playing this up for an ABC flat. And I'm going to explain the reason of the flat in a minute. But I just want to show you from the bottom of this move to even where we are right now is still a 13% move. So just absolutely, you know, really crazy gains. Yeah, that this is in just half a day of trading. That you can get from that move. But the reason why I'm saying ABC flat is because there's two ways you could be looking at this. There's an ABC diagonal, okay, which is obviously more risky, but you still see, even from the diagonal, where we're falling down right now, we are falling down again at the 618 Fibonacci extension. Okay, but your target would be a 1-to-1, so your target would be up here if you're looking at an ABC extension, okay, of a zigzag extension, sorry. But if you're looking for that zigzag extension, your target's generally going to be the 1-to-1. But if you exclude this wick a second and just look at it like this, as an A, a B, a C, I need to take off this magnet tool, but an ABC, and you have the potential of an ABC flat if you just exclude this lower wick. But if you want to include it, then you have an ABC zigzag currently falling down with a truncated C on the 618, okay? Those are the two possibilities that I see though on ontology, but I am still expecting this to come down for a move to at least really around this 618 region to finish off the ABC on wave 4, okay, and then we'll go again for wave 5. So yeah, that was ontology, and that's literally what I was trading this morning. It was, you know, absolutely lovely trade, really not hard at all. And really, really successful. Okay, so that was ontology, and then at 10 a.m. is where I started shorting US oil. So this was, I was kind of combining both at the same time. I'll really quickly, I'm not going to go through the US oil I'll really quickly just show the chart. So this was obviously the movement down that we had on US oil. And it was funny that the US stock market, well, the S&P, which I trade the most, obviously had its gap and filled up to up at the top. And this, when I saw this, obviously US oil falling down so much, that's why I shorted the S&P, or I was more confident shorting the US S&P today for at least a sculpt. But yeah, that was that. And I don't want to concentrate too much on the stock market. But I'm going to go back to what should I do? VeChain. VeChain first. Let's do VeChain first. VeChain. Okay. So yeah, this was one that I tweeted out yesterday for you all. Actually, it was in the live stream that I done, saying that I'll be taken along here. So this is like unedited, because obviously I have my own TradingView account. But here we're looking here at, obviously this was with a buy off of the golden pocket ratio, and guess what? We saw a very nice bounce. Why was this buy so nice? Because wave 4 here held support perfectly from wave 1. Okay, so this is wave 1 support. Wave 1 acting as support for wave 4, where you have to be buying here. You have to be buying. I mean, your risk is literally less than a percent with your stop loss below wave 1, which would invalidate the count. Okay, so this is just the most perfect trade you can have, really. When you see wave 4 coming down and giving you 1% of risk, it's a trade that you have to take, even if you wait for confirmation. Okay, even if you wait for the confirmation and buy here in this area, that you see a rejection of a lower wick like this through the golden ratio, and also see wave 1 holding a support like this is a buy signal. Okay, I'm not going to lie, it's a very strong buy signal that you didn't have to be getting filled down here, but you could have easily been getting filled here, where we were going sideways for about 12 hours. You had the time to buy here, and this is one that I told you buy. Although, yeah, again, this video is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a good trader. So don't just randomly listen to me, do your own research and all that. But yeah, even if you had bought here, that's still like a 6% gain, and from the bottom that's a 10% gain. You know, my target was looking at here. I'm still got a little bit left on this position, because my overall target is this bit of resistance here flipping to support. Well, I'm going to be taking profits and closing out the majority of my position here, though I know, obviously I'm aware that wave 5 can carry on up, but I'm going to be, you know, very conservative here. And closing out the majority at this wick. I've already closed out a lot of the 382. Okay, I've closed 50% of the 382. I will close 25% here at my next target, which was my overall target of this whole move. And then I will just let 25%, you know, or the remainder of my position run with a trading stop loss. And let's see if we get up to the top of wave 5. But this was an extremely successful trade that I made really, really clear to people that I was taking. Literally, as soon as we got this bounce, I made it very clear to everyone I was taking this trade. And again, very, very nice trade. And I hope you don't all take this as bragging. Although, you know, I'm making really good money, you know, none of this is bragging. It's just explaining what I'm doing. It's just I get some people try and troll me saying that I brag. It's not bragging. None of this is bragging. Anyway, I'm not going to concentrate too much on that. Let's just move on to Icon, because again, super successful trade, and this was one that I was scalping. Okay, so I'll go over the scalps that I done on this coin, but firstly, let's just look. What have I highlighted a lot in this video? That resistance flips into support, and support flips into resistance. What do we have here in this golden box? We have a clear area of very strong support, resistance, support. What is going to happen here? It's going to flip into support. Okay, it's going to flip into support. What have we got also here? We've got the 0.5 Fibonacci level. Okay, so this is a level where you ladder in from the 0.5 down to the support, with this old resistance flipping into support. What you would expect from, you know, typical technical analysis trading. Okay, you would expect this to hold. Okay, so with that said, let's zoom into the 15-minute and go through the scalps that I done today. This was 2 trades that I took today, and literally I think it's like 6% on the first and 7% on the second. Really, 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 really nice. Okay. But what I'm going to go over. So these bottom line was the old resistance flipping into support. The top green line is the 0.5 Fibonacci. Okay, so the trade is very, very, very simply this: buy. Okay, you buy laddering in here. Your target is the old resistance here. Okay, the top resistance or the 382. So this second line that we've got here in sort of whatever color you call this, grey sort of orange, I guess, is the 382. So these are your profit targets. Okay, so with that in mind, let's zoom back into the 15-minute. Just a really, really successful trade. And this is where people are scared. And there's a saying that scared money don't make money. I am never, ever, ever scared to enter a trade. I'm telling you now, never, ever scared. If I lose a trade, I literally don't care, because I know I'll just take another trade and win it. So I'm never scared about losing a trade. And I'm never scared, ever, ever, ever scared to enter a trade when my setup's there. I literally will enter every single time. And yes, sometimes I take losses. Don't try and think that I never take losses, because I do take losses, but I can easily make my losses back, and I'm never, ever affected by a loss. Yeah, when I see these opportunities, yeah, of course it can carry down and I can get stopped out, but for me it's worth the risk to reward ratio and worth to take these trades when you've consistently can win over time. So that's how I think. Never be scared to take a trade, especially when you've got your trading edge and you know what you're doing. Okay. So what we're seeing here is buying in, and this is scalping. Okay, this is very much scalping. We're on the 15-minute time frame, buying the 0.5 to top out at a target, okay, of horizontal resistance at the 382. Okay. So we're obviously buying here, and you can be laddering in between here, and you can also ladder out if you'd like here as well, okay? But what we're seeing here is the first gain of around 6%, okay? And this is just from laddering in here. My top position wasn't filled, okay? So I didn't fill it on the top position here, okay? I still had one position filled at the top here that wasn't taken out, okay? Obviously that was filled later on, so all good. But yeah, the first one wasn't filled. Okay, and I was not worrying about that. I obviously took the majority of my profit on my original target. My second target wasn't filled. Not to worry, I just moved on to the next trade, waited for this to come back down. Okay, obviously closing out with some nice shooting stars at the top of the move. Very nice to see. Top wicks onto your targets, just so nice to see. Okay, so closing out with these shooting star candles, coming back down. What do we do again? We do it again, ladies and gentlemen. We do it again, falling back down to our support of the 0.5 of that old resistance flipping into support and a 0.5. What do we end with here? We also end with extremely nice bullish divergences. Okay, look at this bullish divergence on the histogram. I'm a big histogram trader. This is what you call massive bullish divergences. Okay, really big bullish divergences where the MACD histogram is making a much higher low. Okay, much higher low. Okay, and so that was for me, extremely nice to see. And we do also have the same bullish divergences on the stochastics RSI and the standard RSI. Okay, so for me, extremely nice to see all my indicators just working perfectly. Okay, and I'm not a big fan of indicators, by the way. A lot of people swear by indicators. I prefer to not trade off of indicators, but when I can see them like that, that's why I have them added, because they're useful in times like this. But I'm not an indicator fan. Overall, to be honest, they're lagging indicators. I prefer to be ahead of the game. But when you see this bullish divergences, obviously we're taking it from the candle closes, so a lower low on candle price and all higher lows on across all of my all indicators. Okay, histogram RSI, stochastic RSI, very bullish divergences. And what do? We go again, we buy. Okay, second scalp of the day. So this was a 6% gain. This time I closed out all of my position. As we come up here, we hit the 382, and this is another about a 6% gain, almost 7% gain. This is 2 trades taken on ICX in the space of, a day, okay? Or a few days here. Okay, this one was obviously, slightly last night, and this one was one that I took today. Okay, so this was my trade of the day. And literally that's a 7% gain in 1 day of trading, okay? Just absolute crazy buying from the bottom level. Even if you had just bought in from the confirmation of these support holding at the start of the day to at the start of just 2 hours ago, this is still obviously clearly support holding, and you could have been very late into the move and still made 4%, or from the bottom here 5% gain. Okay, so this is literally the space of two days of trading, okay, where there was a move, close back out, and sleep overnight. Let's say you've done this first trade and then you sleep overnight, and then you wake back up today and you see support still holding, and you go for it again, okay, and then you make another 5% gain. Okay, so that's literally 48 hours of trading and really easy scalps. Okay, yeah, okay, so that was Icon, and I think that's everything that I wanted to cover. I'm going to quickly show you all what I took on the stock market, because some people are interested by this. Okay, so the reason I entered my position here, which was at 2,812, as I said at the start, let's zoom out and I'll show you why. Okay, what have we seen here? This is really nice for me, by the way. I can just enter my stop loss now at break even, and I literally will. Okay, literally, I'm going to move it down at the end of this video. But what I'm seeing here is the 786 Fibonacci. This has been a crazy week. Okay, well, not really a week, but a crazy few months that we've just seen no pullback. And I'm not even guaranteeing that we're getting a pullback. Obviously, I've got this as a WXY, and we come down for a flat ABC. But I'm just going to move my stop loss up to break even now. we have saw this rejection from the 786 Fibonacci level, which is what I would, obviously I really wanted to see the top price coming up to what, 2,813 points. I got filled at 2,812. Perfect short position here on a very big index, yeah. So yeah, I'll just be break even, and it's a free trade. I've got zero risk on the table. Well, currently my stop loss is still above here, so I do need to edit it. But this is the trade that I'm in right now on the S&P index, or the SPX index here. It sure obviously covers the S&P 500, but that was a very nice trade on the stock market, and that's where I've been trading literally US oil, stocks, and cryptocurrency all in one day. Very crazy day of trading. And I think, yeah, that's everything that I wanted to cover for you all. Oh yeah, this is something. This is one that I saw today, that this was actually pointed out on the 31st of December, when price on the 31st of December was sat at around 4,000. And again, this is just showing you I'm a boss, and I know what I'm all about here. That I said that we will bearish, saying that we were going to fall down from 4,200. And where did I say that we'd fall down from 4,200? I said we'd fall down to again and retest the 200 moving average on the weekly. Okay, and this prediction played out extremely well. Let's load up the chart here. So Bitstamp, let's go. Bitstamp, is this Bitstamp? Yeah, Bitstamp. Let's zoom out to the weekly. Let's load on the indicator of the moving average, and let's just show you what's all happened here. Okay, moving average, let's change this to the 200, and let's press OK. What happened? Okay, so my prediction that I made, and this is a list of like supposedly top traders on Twitter, and who got the best prediction? Was you? Me. I'm just really happy. I love trading. Again, this is probably a little bit bragging, but I'm just going to brag because who made the best prediction on the list? Me. That we obviously got up to 4,000, and here, obviously you can see that half the traders are bullish at this point. Okay, half the traders are obviously looking bullish. Why? I don't know, but obviously we were sat at 4,000 on the 31st of December, okay, 4,100 sat here. I predicted that we would come down and at least test the 200 weekly moving average again, okay. I predicted that we'd get 2 or 3 touches of this, okay, before a decision is made. Is it holding a support, or will we break through, okay? But what happened? We have obviously touched the 200 exponential moving average first time, got a bounce, come down, touched the 200, sorry, not exponential, simple moving average again, and we got a second bounce, okay. And actually on this chart, this is really nice. I never really refer to the Bitstamp chart too much, but you see this parallel channel? Oh, it's a little bit off-centered, but yeah, that looks better. What have we come down to today? We've come back down to the middle of this channel, okay? Well, I was aware of this, but obviously on the Bitstamp, I don't have it up on my BitMEX chart for you all. But this is just another parallel channel that if we zoom into the 4 hour, it will look even nicer. Ah, it's hidden on the 4 hour. Let's go back to the weekly, and let's just add this into the 4 hour for you all, because this is looking really nice. So let's just go down to the 4 hour. So where were we finding support? Okay, we were also finding support of the middle of the channel, and this is like you can choose to take trades if you want off the middle of the channel, but here you're finding resistance on the top of the channel, you have support on the bottom of the channel, and the middle of the channel is for scalpers, where you will scalp off the middle of the channel, long or shorts, okay. But yeah, that's interesting that we obviously come down to the middle of the parallel channel that was highlighted here, where we're now obviously getting the relief rally, but it does look like a bear flag. Okay, where if you want to look for just for the flagpole and not a form of an ABC, then your target is going to be, where's the target? It's going to be standard, more or less the bottom of the channel. Okay, you're going to be looking for a target more or less the bottom of the channel, depending on where the flagpole comes up to here. I mean, obviously where the bull flag finishes here, as I take it from the breakout. But yeah, I mean, what a day of trading. I mean, I absolutely loved it. You all know me. I'm a big passionate guy when it comes to trading. I love it. I hope you all share, well, I'm sure you all share my passion, because you're here watching cryptocurrency technical analysis videos. I know I love trading. I love making money and I just love helping others as well. So, to see people learning through my videos, all the support that I've been getting, honestly, is so heartwarming and so beautiful. It makes me so happy and so positive that, I'm receiving the messages that I affect people's lives, for me, is the best, and that's better than the monetary gains. It really is better than money for me. I don't really need to work, and I don't need to be doing this. Trading for me is a hobby, and when I can receive messages from people saying that I'm changing their life through these videos, it's just so empowering, and you will know that I love it. I really love it. And that's why I wanted to do this giveaway for you all, just to say thank you. Okay, I had some very ignorant comments from people, or not ignorant, but ungrateful people saying with this, which I find it outstanding that people can try and hate on me for doing a giveaway, but crazy. But I'll leave this in the description down below. And you can come all along. I just wanted to say thank you everybody for 5,000 followers is I never ever imagined to get 5,000 followers. When I started this, obviously I started it off and I never imagined to get turn into a big account. I very much started it to help off. I started it when it was in the big bull run of the 2007, around 2017, 18 times where everybody was so bullish. And I just started this because I really recognized that this is not a time to be bullish, okay? Where every trader was so bullish on these times. So I started off my Twitter and YouTube, I started on both at the same time to help a very small amount of people saying, why are you bullish right now? It's so bearish. We're going to be going down. Like we're in a descending triangle. We've saw a massive extended fifth wave. We're going to be pulling back here. And my intentions was just to help out some, I literally, when I first started, had like 2 people that averaged watch my video, 2 or 5 people that watched my videos. And obviously I helped those people extremely because they were all shorting with me and not buying in these levels, okay? Because we were expecting the breakdown and the breakdown came. But that's why I started off, and I never imagined it to take off like it has. I guess it's been absolutely crazy. I never ever imagined it, honestly. But I just wanted to do this giveaway to say thank you for you all. And the main focus for me is obviously the first prize is going to be the free one-on-one coaching, and this is, I really believe that my coaching is way better than any money that I could give you. The coaching is something that you can learn from this, and you can really start to change your life and change your trading habits if especially through, obviously the videos help, but a one-on-one coaching with me I think is going to be so beneficial for you. And this is obviously going to be free. And this normally I charge $100 an hour. So essentially it's $100 price, I guess. But a free one-on-one session. And all you have to do is follow me on Twitter, which I'm sure you probably all do. Like and retweet the tweet, and then tag 2 friends, like all of this. Okay, like all of these people. Okay, so currently we have 72 entries. Okay, so 72 entries. You could be one of those people. Let's see. The first is going to win the one-on-one coaching, the second 2 Neo, and the third ontology. These are obviously small prizes, but I find it crazy that people are ungrateful saying, why are you doing 2 Neo giveaway? If you don't want $15, then don't enter. I mean, up to you. I'm not a charity, but yeah, anyway, that's I just found it so ungrateful, people saying, oh, why you do even bother. Anyway, I try and like block out these haters, because I just think that, why be ungrateful? The main prize is obviously the coaching session. I didn't have to add in anything, but I decided to, just to give a second and a third place. But so I hope you appreciate it. I didn't have to do this. Anyway, you all know the majority. I obviously I need to block out those trolls, and I generally do. I know the majority here are so supportive, and I love you all. I love my followers. I love you all. We're like a big family. You know that we're like a big family. So we need to block out those haters, and just concentrate on moving forwards. Concentrate on moving forwards and progressing with your trading. Okay, and I'll likely turn this live stream. So I don't know how I'm going to work it. I guess what I can do is see the list of retweets, and I'll do like a random number generator and go through the list, and let's say I'll enter 1 to 72, and whoever wins, whatever number comes up is going to be coming up with, that's the winner. And okay, so I'll do it like that with a random number generator, I guess, something like that. And I'll also do on the live stream some sort of make it into some cool sort of session, I guess. Possibly I'll do a question and answer session. So if you want to do a question, then leave a comment down below and I'll go through that, or something like that, I guess. I'll turn the live stream into something fun though when I pick these winners. Okay, so yeah, hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll be trading away as normal. After this ends, go back to scalping, and hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much everybody for the support, and I'll catch you in the next one, which will hopefully be tomorrow. Okay, cheers, thank you, bye.